Have a safe and happy holiday weekend. This is CHRO TV Cable 6.
This is MCTV, CBC.
Opening snappers now. Teams, in which year did the first official census of Canada take place? Top opener, it was 1871. Name the two famous feuding Kentucky families of the 8th. Yes, says Kevin.
The Hatfields and the McCoys.
You've got the answer. From what language did the word Tory originate? It was Irish or Gaelic. What was the name of Ottawa's first NHL franchise? Rob Walrich?
The Ottawa Senators.
Right answer. And what is the meaning of the baseball term RBI? Kevin.
Runs batted in.
Runs batted in.
Welcome to the National Championships of Reach for the Top, the game in which some of the country's brightest students have an opportunity to demonstrate their knowledge. Now, let's meet today's contestants. Representing the province of Ontario, North Dundas District High School, with Rob Walbridge, Kevin McCarger, Natasha Harwood, and Heather Giles, and the coach, Mrs. Val Gibson. And for the province of Quebec, with Bulger High School, with Kate Walford, Helen Bowie, Sarah McLean, and Margaret Ferguson. And their coach is Kathleen Lord. And now, here's your quizmaster for the Nationals, Brian Smith.
Thank you very much, Jim Craig, and hello to you all. Welcome to this first game in our national finals of Reach for the Top. I'd like to introduce a couple of people now. First of all, our national editor of Reach for the Top, Mr. Paul Russell, who will be the judge in this game. Paul?
Thank you, Brian. I'd just like to say that the two teams are from the same part of the country, actually. Today, both from the Ottawa-Montreal area. And it's really interesting and unique or extraordinary that this time the women are dominating in the numbers on the teams. We have 6 to 8, I mean.
Yeah, well, I won't ask you any math questions. And our scorer, Kathy Gay. And we'll be back with Reach for the Top, National Finals, Day 1, right after
this. Except for horses.
Teams, the game is back on right now, open on music. What was the hit song of Walt Disney's Pinocchio? Natasha.
When You Wish Upon a Star.
Correct answer. What well-known person uses the theme song, Thanks for the Memory? Not that well-known. Bob Hope, it was. Still does. Watch your monitor, please, and wait for the following questions on a famous Canadian painting. Here's the painting, and here's the question. Who painted? Yes, Heather.
Cornelius Krakow.
Right answer. Krakow made his reputation by depicting the rural life of what province? Kate?
Quebec.
Quebec it is, and you're finally on the board, Quebec. It gets easier as we go along. Open question now in the history of China, teams. The Communist Revolution of 1949 in China was led by what man? Kevin?
Mao Zedong.
It was. Chiang Kai-shek, after being defeated by Mao's forces, fled the mainland to what is now known, yes, Kevin?
Taiwan.
No, to what is now known as Taiwan. What was it named then, Formosa? We'll skip that. We'll skip that. We'll move right along into the next question here. Mao's attempt after, I think I need to feel like Dave, what's that guy's name, the late night television? Mao's attempt after the revolution to modernize China and create employment for the peasants was given what nickname? Yes, Margaret?
Great Leap Forward.
That's correct. During the Cultural Revolution of the 1960s, all of China's populace was required to carry and read what book? Margaret?
The Thoughts of Chairman Mao.
No, sorry, we can't take that. Natasha.
Quotations of Mao Zedong.
The Thoughts of Chairman Mao, but commonly known as the Red Book. We have a team question now for you, teams. Scramble for 10. Robusta and Arabica.
Clear.
I'm sorry, yes, we'll have to
Yes, 10.
cancel Natasha's. Yes. Robusta and Arabica are species of what well-known plant of the family Rubiaceae? Yes, Rob.
Coffee?
That's correct, the coffee plant. You've got 3 questions now, open to you and to you alone, Ontario, dealing with coffee. While many of us might associate coffee with South America, its origins can be traced to which other continent, Ontario? Do you have an answer, please? Kevin?
Asia.
Nope, Africa. Until the close of the 17th century, the world's limited supply of coffee was obtained almost entirely from what province in southern Arabia? An answer, please? Yemen. In the early 1970s, the Ivory Coast moved into 3rd place in world coffee production. Name the 2 countries that ranked ahead of it. Yes, Kevin?
Colombia and Brazil.
Right answer. You get your 10 on that one. And our score now, Ontario 80, Quebec 30, and we have open questions now on geology teams. What is the geologic term given to the first era of Earth? It means no life. Kevin?
Precambrian.
No, we can't accept that. We need the definition going with no life. Azoic. What is the name given to the present era that we live in? Rob?
The Cenozoic.
Right. What is the Cenozoic era the age of? Kevin?
Man.
No. Quebec. Yes, Margaret?
Sentient life?
No, but mammals. Before the Cenozoic era was the Mesozoic era. The Mesozoic is also known as the age of... Kevin?
The dinosaurs.
No. It goes to Sarah.
Reptiles?
Reptiles, yes. You were too specific in both occasions, Kevin. And we have an audio question now for you teams, all country music in a sense, so listen to these excerpts, answer the questions as I give them to you. Here's our first bit of music.
When it's sugar cane time.
What controversial Canadian country? Yes, that's Kate.
Maybe lime.
Right answer. Our second bit of music now, still in the country music.
Walking.
Yes, Sarah.
Patsy Cline?
That's what I was going to ask. Who are the famous lady of American country music? Now our third one. You can bump right in or wait for the question. The theme is an American folk song, but what is the name of this symphony by... Yes, Natasha.
Finlandia?
No, by Dvorak, the composer's name. It's the New World Symphony. And finally, this bit of music. Inspired by Western country rhythms, who wrote this symphonic hoedown? Yes, Natasha.
Aaron Copland?
Aaron Copland. Good for 10 points. And historical events in the month of December. Teams, it's open. On December 7th, in 1770, a young explorer began a trip which led to the Coppermine River. Yes, Kevin?
Hearn.
Right answer. What significant Canadian historical event took place in the eastern part of the country on December the 6th, 1917? Kevin?
The Halifax explosion.
Right answer again. On December the 6th, 1907, the first recorded flight in Canada took place. It was made in a kite designed by what man? Rob?
Alexander Graham Bell.
You've picked up 30 points. Ontario to move to 130. Quebec adds 60, and we have more open questions now on biology. Identify the English physician who introduced the vaccination against smallpox. Kevin?
Jenner.
Right. There are 4 known blood types, A, AB, B, and O. Which type is the universal donor? Yeah, Kevin?
O.
Right answer. Which type is the universal... Kevin?
AB.
AB, the universal recipient. Open questions now on the 1987 Academy Awards teams. What historical movie won the Best Picture Award? 1987. Natasha?
The Last Emperor?
Yes. What film star claimed the Best Actress prize for her role in the movie Yes, Margaret?
Cher.
It was Moonstruck. And who claimed the Best Actor award? He starred in the movies Wall Street and Fatal Attraction. Yes,
Michael Douglas.
Right. Now we have some questions on sailing. Teams, identify the following terms. What is the name of the blade in the water, which... Yes, Rob?
The rudder.
Yes, which steers the boat. What is the name given to the long handle used to turn the rudder? Kate?
Oh.
Okay, it goes to Ontario. Heather?
The jib?
No, the tiller. What is another term for the mast? Heather?
The jib.
A spar or a pole. And finally, what is the term for the wire or rope supports for the mast? Kate?
The guy wire?
No. Kevin?
Rigging.
No, that's stays or shrouds. Rigging is a broader term in this event. Snappers now for you teams. What Canadian city is situated on the south bank of the Saguenay River? Yes, Sarah?
Saguenay-Lac-Saint-Jean?
No. Rob?
Trois-Rivières.
Chicoutimi. What is the English translation of the word Copenhagen? Denmark's... Yes, Kevin?
City of Islands.
No. Denmark's capital. Quebec, any ideas? It is Merchants Harbor. Who was Popeye's girlfriend? Yes, Heather?
Oliver.
Mm-hmm. The Swiss-born architect Charles Jeanneret designed the celebrated Unité d'Habitation outside Marseille, France. Under what pseudonym is he world famous? Le Corbusier. Jelly Roll Morton became famous for playing what instrument? Yes, Dasha.
Piano.
The piano is the right answer. Good. Well, we've come to the end of part one now, teams. Our score: Ontario 210, Quebec 70 points. Now, our students are going to be busy during this forthcoming commercial break. We're giving them a series of questions on history. Now, if a team answers all 4 questions correctly, they get a bonus 20 points. So it's a possible gain of 60 points coming up as they'll be working through this break. And we'll give you their answers right after this.
It's not far to the sea.
Welcome back now to these national finals of Reach for the Top, a game between Ontario and Quebec. We have taken back the answers from the 2 teams on our expert question on historical figures. And the answers have been checked by our judge, and then we gave them back to the teams, and they're going to read now their answers to these following questions. And we'll begin with Ontario, and Rob Wilbridge, who is the, Kevin is the captain of the team. And remember, there's a 20-point bonus if you get all 4 correct. What was the occupation of Amerigo Vespucci?
He was an explorer.
That is correct. For 10, Vespucci is most famous for having what named after him?
The Americas.
That's correct again. Beginning in 1480, Vespucci became an agent for what celebrated banking family?
The Medicis.
Right. And Vespucci's 3rd and most important voyage was at the expense of what Portuguese king?
Henry the Navigator.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. So you don't get the bonus, but you did pick up 3 out of 4. And we'll go to Quebec and see now if they have been able to get the 4 correct and pick up an extra 20 points. And I'll repeat the questions to Kate Wolforth, who is their captain. What was the occupation of Amerigo Vespucci?
He was an explorer.
Right. Vespucci is most famous for having what named after him?
America.
Beginning in 1480, Vespucci became an agent for what celebrated banking family?
The Medici.
Okay, the Medici, yes. And finally, to determine whether you get your 20 bonus points, Vespucci's 3rd and most important voyage was at the expense of what Portuguese king?
King Ferdinand.
Nope, it was Don Manuel. Both of you failing in that 4th question, but 3 out of 4 is pretty well done. And we've had an opportunity now to meet the students that are playing the game. I'd like to introduce you now to a couple of students who are part of our studio audience, Joe Strutt and Travis Kearns from Silver Heights Collegiate in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Gentlemen, you are on.
I'm Joe, this is Travis, and this is what we want to say. It's warm here in London, that funky city, but it's not the heat, it's the humidity.
From Manitoba, from Silver Heights, came to London to see the sights.
We're going to stop in the studio and play some Reach, and then we'll take our trophy to the beach.
We come to play against the rest, and when we're done, we'll see who's best.
We're taking out the suckers like Desert Storm, and then when we're done, we'll have the party at the dorm.
After that, we'd like to continue with our top 5 reasons to attend the Nationals, to reach for the top. Reason number 5, to travel to exotic foreign locales like Hawaii, Florida, and London, Ontario.
Number 4, the days off school.
Number 3, there's no Newfoundland team here. Just kidding.
Number 2, the biggest geek convention in Canada.
And the number 1 reason, it's not in Saskatchewan.
Well, you can see it's not all serious talk and serious attitudes existing here at these national finals of Reach for the Top. There's always been a very festive atmosphere as exhibited by those, and we'll have more of those throughout the games of Reach for the Top's national finals. But right now it's time to get back into the game with Ontario 240 and Quebec at 100. And we have an assigned question now for you teams. As you know, each member of each team is assigned this one 10-point question. If you miss your question, then your counterpart in the opposing team has the opportunity to try for it for the same number of points, 10. Rob will begin with yours, and here it is. What island is midway between Ireland and Britain in the Irish Sea?
The Isle of Man.
Pardon?
The Isle of Man.
You got it, the Isle of Man, just under the wire, too. We'll move to Kevin now. What is the capital city of Bangladesh?
Dhaka.
Yes, all right. Remember, no consultations on these at all. What is the largest island, Natasha, immediately off the western coast of North America?
Vancouver Island.
No, it goes to Sarah McLean for 10 points. Sarah, you can pick up 10 for your team.
Victoria?
Victoria is not correct. Vancouver Island is what we want. Oh, I'm sorry, you did say Vancouver? I didn't hear you, Natasha. Speak up. Speak up nice and loud. Heather Giles, here's yours. What is the name of Brazil's capital city?
Brasilia.
Right answer for 10. All right, we go down now to Quebec, and we ask this question of Kate. San Marino is completely surrounded by what country? Okay, Rob, do you have an answer?
Italy.
Mm-hmm. That's good for 10 to your team. And Helen, off which country is the Great Barrier Reef? Up to
Australia.
Kevin. I'm sorry, up to Kevin.
Australia.
Yes, Australia is the right answer. What is the longest river in the world, Sarah? Goes to Natasha.
The Nile.
The Nile is right. And finally to Margaret, the Kurds are mainly found in what 3 countries?
Iraq, Turkey, and Iran.
Right answer. Good for 10 going to Quebec. And we have an open question now, teams. Nursery rhyme thieves. What royal knave stole his mother's bacon? Yes, Natasha.
The Knave of Hearts.
Right. The piper's son was beaten for what? Yes, Heather.
The pig.
Okay. The piper's son was beaten for what theft? Quebec. Okay. Can we give Heather the answer? The pig?
Yeah.
All right. At last, a thief named Taffy made off with what 2 items, teams? A thief named Taffy. A piece of beef and a marrow bone. And we have a scramble once again. Scramble for 10 teams. Which emperor finally met his downfall at the Battle of Waterloo? Yes, Kevin.
Napoleon.
It was the Battle of Waterloo. Remaining questions now are yours, Ontario. You may consult through this period. Dealing with Napoleon, what term is given to the period immediately following Napoleon's return from exile in Elba? Kevin.
The 100 Days.
Right. To combat the threat that Napoleon's return to power posed, 4 of Europe's major nations formed a military alliance. Name 2 of the 4. Yes.
England and Russia.
Yes. Prussia and Austria being the other 2. Who commanded the Allied forces which defeated Napoleon at Waterloo? Kevin.
The Duke of Wellington.
It was. And our score now, Ontario 370, Quebec 110. Back to open competition now, teams. Political parties around the world. Who is the leader of France's National Front? Kevin.
Mitterrand.
No. Any answer from Quebec? It is Jean-Marie Le Pen. What is the name of the political wing of the Irish Republican Army? The Sinn Féin. And what is the name of the Zulu-based movement in South Africa? Yes, Kevin.
The Ankara.
Right answer. And we have some math now for you, team. Solve for x in each of the following equations. 2x plus 4 equals 10. Yes, Kevin.
X equals 3.
Right answer. X squared plus 2x equals 35. Kevin.
X equals 5.
Right. And finally, x plus 1 times x minus 1 equals 15. Kevin.
X equals 4.
Right. Yes, plus or minus 4. And Ontario 410, Quebec 110. We have a who am I question now for you teams. In 1889 in Britain, I formed the Women's Franchise League. Who am I? 40 points. Rob.
Adelaide Hoodless.
No. In 1903, I founded the more radical Women's Social and Political Union, under which I led a militant suffragette campaign. Who am I? For 30 points. Rob?
Mary Baker Eddy.
No. Clue number 3, during World War I supported the British government and urged women to go into industry and the armed services. 20 points. Heather?
Gertrude Stein.
No. Clue number 4, after women secured the vote in 1918, I moved to the political right and eventually stood as a Conservative candidate for the British Parliament. Who am I? 10 points going. Yes, Kevin?
Lady Astor.
No. Anyone from Quebec? It is Emmeline Pankhurst, and I think that this is the first one that gets turfed, and I've got that wastebasket all set. Oh, just missed it. However, that won't be the first one that I take a whack at, so relax, guys. I'll get it eventually. And we move along now into landscape art. Watch your monitors, please. And who painted the following works? Here's our first one. A French realist prominent during the 1840s. Yes, Heather?
Courbet.
Yes, Courbet it is. Gustave Courbet, cliffs at Entretemps after a storm. Our second one now. The artist died, yes, Heather.
Thompson.
Right, Tom Thompson. The artist died tragically in Algonquin Park, Tamaracks. And for a final 10, in which century was each work painted? Anyone? Heather.
15th.
No.
It goes to Quebec. Kate.
19th.
And the other one?
Which one is the other one?
You saw them, Kate.
Okay, the 20th.
Yes, that's correct. The 19th for Quebec and the 20th for Thompson. An open question, just a quick one here for 10 points. According to Shakespeare, what were the final words of King Richard III overheard at the Battle of Bosworth Field in... Yes, Kevin?
A horse, a horse. My kingdom for a horse.
That's the correct answer. I won't give you any further points, Kevin, but could you do it again with just a little more spirit?
Go for it, Kevin.
Really give it out.
A horse, a horse. My kingdom for a horse.
Yeah, that's We have open questions now on the Canadian war effort teams. Between the years 1914 and 1918, Canadians who wanted to get into the fight in the air usually applied to join what British flying outfit? Anyone? Kevin?
The RAF.
No. Quebec? The Royal Flying Corps. I'm sorry, yes. I'm sorry, Sarah was trying to get in. What were you going to say, Sarah? I'll take
Too
you
late
through
now.
it.
No, it
No, it wasn't. All right. We have snappers now, teams. In Canada, which level of government names a justice to the Supreme... Yes, Kevin?
Federal.
Yes. Name the human body's largest cavity. Kevin?
The mouth.
No. First one, perhaps? Yes, Margaret?
Chest.
The abdominal cavity. What world-famous scientific institute, part of UBC, was established in 1949? The Institute of Oceanography. Which Canadian university has the highest full-time student enrollment? Yes, Kevin?
University of Toronto.
Right answer. During a period known as the Babylonian captivity teams, the Roman popes were exiled between 1309 and 1377 to a place in which city? Kevin?
Avignon.
Right. Riverside, Iowa was chosen to be the future birthplace of what Star Trek character? Kevin?
Captain Kirk.
Right. How many Punic Wars were there between Rome and Carthage? Anyone? How many? Kevin?
2.
Nope. Goes to Quebec. Yes, Sarah?
3.
3 is the answer. What Canadian river flows into Lake Winnipeg near Grand Rapids, Manitoba? Yes, Sarah?
The Assiniboine?
Nope. Kevin?
The Red River.
The Saskatchewan. What kind of creature is a serval? S-E-R-V-A-L. Rob?
It's a fish.
No. Quebec? Yes, Kate?
A reptile?
It's a wild cat. Which Spanish composer wrote the ballet entitled The Three-Cornered Hat? Any answers? Manuel de Falla. What are the names of the two islands owned by France in the Gulf of the... Yes, Kevin?
St. Pierre and Miquelon.
Yep. How many pieces does each side possess at the start of a game of chess? Kevin?
16.
Right answer. Who was the Canadian woman who won the gold medal for figure skating at the... Yes, Natasha?
Barbara Ann Scott?
Yes, at the Olympic Games in 1948 it was. What body of water bisects
Fair, please.
Istanbul, separating its European... Yes, that's the end of the game. The answer to the Bosphorus Strait, but no time for that. Kevin McCarter, a star performance. Ontario, 510. Quebec, 130. We'll verify that score and be back with you right after this.
Here's the king of polka, Frankie Yankovic, in a...
And I turn now to our judge, Paul Russell, for verification of the score.
Yes, the score is correct, and Ontario wins with 510 points.
Excellent. Well played to both teams, and many thanks for your participation in the national finals of Reach for the Top. Rob Walbridge, Kevin McCarter, Natasha Harwood, and Heather Giles, the team from Ontario, going on in these national finals. We hope that you will join us next week. Bye for now.
Reach for the Top is designed as a showcase for exceptional Canadian young people. We're proud to reward our outstanding contestants for their intelligence, wits, and powers of quick recall. Next week, the Nationals continue with Silver Heights Collegiate from Manitoba against St. Albert High School, Alberta. See you next week for Reach for the Top.
This is CHRO TV, Cable 6.